After assaulting Mary, the thugs decided to eliminate her to cover up their crime. But as Mary got to her feet, she secretly picked up a stone. Seizing the moment while the men were still off guard, she immediately turned and dashed deep into the forest. After running frantically, she plunged headfirst into a lake. Thanks to her excellent swimming skills, she instantly swam dozens of meters out. Luke fired his gun, hitting Mary in the back. Blood instantly stained the water around her. Convinced she was as good as dead, Luke left the scene. Since their car was wrecked, Luke and his 3 companions had to continue on foot. The rain was pouring down. They came across a nearby house to take shelter from the storm, unaware that it was Mary's home. Completely unsuspecting, Mr. and Mrs. Klein took them in. Klein even treated and stitched up the severe injury on Nancy's nose. However, when Justin went to the kitchen to return a cup, he saw Mary's photo on the refrigerator. A wave of terror instantly overwhelmed him, and he collapsed to the floor.
Justin, honey? Justin, honey, are you okay? What's wrong?
Fine.
He was consumed with guilt and self-reproach. He quietly placed a necklace Mary had previously lost next to the cup, hoping to alert her parents. When the Kleins were about to retire to their room, they heard a noise outside. The couple hurried out to check and were shocked to find their daughter, covered in wounds, lying in the hallway. It turned out Mary hadn't died from the gunshot. She had managed to crawl back home through sheer incredible willpower. Seeing their daughter in this state, Mr. and Mrs. Klein immediately began administering first aid. Fortunately, Klein was a highly skilled medical professional. After his all-out efforts to save her, Mary finally showed signs of life. When Mary's mother went to the kitchen to fetch something, she discovered Mary's necklace on the table. Recalling the young man's earlier behavior and the group's strange demeanor, she realized these men were the ones who had hurt her daughter. Meanwhile, Klein discovered evidence of the assault on his daughter's inner thigh. He was utterly enraged. Just then, his wife came and told him about her discovery in the kitchen. Everything clicked for Klein. These people were the perpetrators. Despite their fury, they knew they had to suppress their anger for now. The top priority was to get Mary to a hospital immediately. The storm had knocked out the phone lines, so they decided to go by boat to seek help. But when they got to the boat, they couldn't find the keys. They couldn't remember where they had put them at that moment. Klein asked his wife to search inside the house while he checked the shed. Suddenly, Nancy appeared behind her. He mentioned wanting to get a beer from the refrigerator. Glancing at Mary's photo on the fridge, Mary's mother quickly called out to stop Nancy. Using the pretense of pouring him a drink, she discreetly removed the photo. She then feigned interest in Nancy, inviting him to the living room to talk. Nancy was immediately intrigued. He eagerly followed her into the living room. But as he looked up, he saw Mary lying on the table.